India is not running out of fuel, but it is running out of LPG. No queues at petrol pump, no diesel shortage, yet millions are struggling to book a gas cylinder. So what's really going on? All fuels, petrol, diesel, LPG comes from crude oil, and India has no shortage of crude. In fact, imports have been diversified.
भारत में आज हम लगभग 40 देशों से क्रूड आयात करते हैं. Further, the OMCs have secured various crude cargoes from different sources, and as a result of this diversification, about 70% of our crude import is now coming from routes outside the Strait of Hormuz, compared with about 55% earlier.
But LPG is a different story. India produces only 40% of what is needed. The rest 60% is imported. Now imagine the route under threat, ships slowing down, supplies tightening.
कि आज जो सिचुएशन हम देख रहे हैं वो हमने रिसेंट पास्ट में कभी नहीं देखी है. सो स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मूज बंद होने से उसका इम्पैक्ट हमारे डोमेस्टिक सप्लाईज पर है. As on today, we import about 60% of our requirement of LPG, and 90% of this is through Strait of Hormuz.
But here's the uncomfortable truth. We cannot simply increase LPG production because LPG is not something we choose to make. It's a byproduct. When crude is refined, LPG just comes out of its own. For every 100 barrels of crude, only 1 to 4 barrels becomes LPG. That's it. So even if India refines more oil, LPG output barely increases. And then comes storage. LPG must be stored under high pressure at extremely low temperatures. That makes storage infrastructure 3 to 5 times more expensive than petrol or diesel. India's largest LPG storage can barely last one day of national demand. Compare that with petrol and diesel, where we have weeks of reserves. Meanwhile, demand for LPG has exploded. Government schemes have doubled the number of users, bringing clean cooking fuel to millions. But this crisis has exposed a hard truth. India's kitchen dependent heavily on a fragile global supply chain. Experts have warned about this. The solution? Diversify electric cooking, biogas, and more domestic alternatives. Because right now, one checkpoint in West Asia can decide whether millions of Indian homes can cook their next meal. No petrol prices, no diesel shortage, but an LPG warning India can no longer ignore.